All right, shalom, shalom, boys. Here. Well, I'm out here, or I'm in here, cleaning up my Glock 44, and this is a 22 caliber handgun. And the reason why I got it was due to the fact that ammo prices are high, and I mean I've purchased an extraordinary amount of ammo many years ago, and I still have a lot of ammo. However, it's important to train, but it's cheaper just to train with the 22. So what I go ahead and do is I just train with my Glock 22 or Glock 44, which is in the 22, and then I can save rounds when it comes to my 40s and my 45s because I am a Glock man. But what I wanted to talk about today was something very important, and that is making sure that you be careful of who you align yourself with. Now, I've told the story before, and I'll tell it again, where I was aligned with a man by the name of Benjamin F. Chavis. Now, this is in organizational politics, and I learned this lesson at 14, 15, 16 years old, some valuable lessons I was able to learn. And the reason why I'm bringing this up again is because of the current state of the world. I'll just put it like that. And what happened was where Ben Chavis, he was caught in an act of adultery, or he was caught sleeping with his secretary. And rather than coming up and confessing with it, he paid off this secretary about $160,000, something like this, something like that, with NAACP funds. And as a direct result of that, hey, this is a no-no. And he tried to justify it by saying that CEOs, in matters like this, they always pay hush money, and it was well within his rights to pay hush money. Now, whether this is the truth or the lie, that's irrelevant. What I want to focus on is what happened as a direct result of him doing this. And there was a lady by the name of Hazel N. Dukes. Now, she was on the opposite end of the spectrum. I was New York State Conference president for the Youth and College Division for the NAACP, and she was the president of the state conference for the NAACP. So she oversaw all of the adult chapters, and I oversaw all of the youth chapters. And at that point in time, I was also running for the National Board of Directors. And what basically happened was, once he was exposed and he was taken out, Hazel Dukes, this lady, she went after everybody that aligned themselves with him. That included me. And so came time fall, I won the in-person vote but lost the in-ballot vote because the in-ballot vote is the one that counted. Lost that position. It was a life-changing event. Because it was a situation where I had to reset my entire life. It was a situation as to where pretty much the NAACP was my life. It was everything to me, and it taught me a valuable lesson. But as a direct result of that situation, my life was literally reset. I mean, could you imagine everything that you do? Everything about you, your friends, your associates. Your status, everything is associated to an organization, and mine was attached to the NAACP. So I lost that position, and then afterwards I couldn't run again because I was turning 17 or something like that at the time. So I couldn't run again for New York State Conference President for the Youth and College Division. So pretty much my NAACP career ended. It could have gone on if this man had not couldn't keep his little pecker in line and sleeping with his secretary. I mean, it was at a point in time where, in that organization, women would be throwing themselves at you at every level. Why did you have to go and sleep with your secretary? There was plenty of women, you know what I'm saying, that was interested in us because of the titles that we had. However, it introduced me to a very painful and real lesson. And that was, be careful who you align yourself with, because once that person goes down, this is what happens next. Those who align themselves with that individual, they're next. It always happens that way. They're always next. They're always next on the chopping block. Why? Because they align themselves with the losing faction. They align themselves with the losing team. So therefore, you align yourself with them, you're next. You got to go next. And that's just how it is with organizational politics. And I learned a very valuable lesson in that situation. As a direct result of that, it was just a reset of my life. I began to go into corporate America, got a job, got my own apartment, things of that nature. And it was a good thing overall. It made me into the man that I am today. However, again, I can't stress this enough. Make sure that whoever you align yourself with is righteous, holy, and true. Because if they're not, and they get the boot and they get the axe, you are next. People don't forget that kind of stuff. People don't forget who took what side when a proverbial shit hit the fan in any situation. They don't forget that stuff. Because, hey, it shows who your friends are in times of adversity. It shows who has your back and who doesn't. Who was straddling the fence and who weren't. Now there's ways of dealing with situations where, hey, if I ain't Bennett, this is none of my business. This is none of my concern. This ain't got nothing to do with me. So therefore I want to be involved in it. There's situations like that. But once you align yourself and you take a stance and you interject yourself into a situation, you got to deal with the consequences, because once that person goes down, you are next. This is just how it works. Take heed who you align yourself with. Shalom.